drove through it the other night, or drove past it the weekend, and there didn't seem to be much work going on.
We are as much as possible, so some of our operations are very noisy, so we obviously don't want to be doing noisy operations overnight. But yes, where possible, we're going out resurfacing work and drainage work and other things overnight. Some of that might not be apparent to people who drive past, but yes, wherever possible, weather permitting, we are working during the day and overnight.
Are there penalty clauses involved in work like this to contractors if they don't get the work done in time? That's another question we've had from one of the regular road users this morning.
There are certain incentives built into the contract, so these contracts are very costly. There's a lot of resource involved, so it's within our contractors' interest to finish as soon as they can.
And well, presumably you would like them to have done it quicker than they have done.
Absolutely, I don't like having roadworks on the A11 longer than necessary. I know the impact it has on people. People have been very patient. The delays have been manageable. People have been very cooperative with us, so I thank people for that. Just another couple of months, if people can allow us some time for their journeys and carry on driving away the way they've been doing, that'd be great. And as I said, we've got a nice new road service to look forward to.
It's not just come as a blow to drivers, though. We've been speaking to businesses in Wymondham, and you'll know, for obvious reasons, at various points, slip roads have been open and closed in and out of Wymondham. A lot of businesses in Wymondham itself say they've suffered from this. They haven't seen the level of customers they usually would. So they've got to, it's another, even if it is only 6 weeks, it's another 6 weeks where they may well be struggling.
Yes, we've tried to keep people informed. We have tried to maintain access to Wymondham. We do have to close certain slip roads as we rebuild the carriageway around them. That's another one, unfortunately. But again, I just ask people to be patient, and once this is finished, the road will have 40 years life, so hopefully we won't have to do this reconstruction again for some time.
Yeah. But can we put a date on it then? Mid-September, you're confident it will all be done by then?
Mid-September is what we're aiming for. Weather permitting, we're hoping for a good summer, so we can progress really quickly and get things done.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Simon Amor, who is from National Highways, the head of scheme Villa Beckley East, asking some of your points that you've wanted us to put to him this morning. Thank you for coming in. What impact is it having on you? The delays on the A11, 0800 3897 321. You can text 81333, starting your message with the word Norfolk. WhatsApp 0800 321 333, starting your message with the word Norfolk. And it was, honestly, I read from the press release, we were originally told spring 2023, now it's going to be mid-September 2023. Your thoughts, keep coming to us. It's going to make sure you're travelling this for another few months at least, isn't it?
Thank you, India. The A1075 Jackson Road northbound is partially blocked with heavy traffic. That's due to an accident involving one vehicle near the McDonald's. In Wymondham, it's slow on the A11 Wymondham bypass heading north to the roadworks at Tudor's Interchange. You'll be waiting around 10 minutes there at the moment. There's a 15-minute wait towards the end on the A47 from Penny Lane to West Burnley in both directions at the moment. And in Kingsland, it's heavy on the A149 Queen Elizabeth Way heading east from the Harvard roundabout to the Queen Elizabeth roundabout. It's a 10-minute wait along there at the moment. Over on the trains, everything's running to time, but if you do see or hear anything, you can update us. Give us a call on 0800 389 722. I love you later. I just love this team. That's places in the first day. They have that extra time to say, you don't have to worry about what you've got to do the next day. You just have to stay up and finish the night. Saturday breakfast. I'm definitely more of a morning person. I'm a morning person, I think.
Saturday breakfast
With Kirsty and Sean.
Take us with you on the BBC Sounds app.
The sound of Norfolk.
BBC Radio Norfolk. Well, a good stay. Try and lock some stars through the day past the day. Diabetes Prevention Week. The small changes we can all make to reduce our risk of developing it. There are 36 million people in the UK who are at increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. It's a common condition that causes the level of sugar in the blood to become too high. Then you get a number of unpleasant symptoms. It also increases your risk of other serious health problems too. It's often linked to being unhealthy or having a family history of the condition. If you weren't with us an hour ago, you heard Dr. Claire Hambling from NHS North Wales talking about the changes that we can all make to reduce the risk of developing
The
it.
ways that have the biggest impact on your lifetime risk will be trying to achieve or maintain a healthy weight and being more physically active. So for all of us, trying to achieve a healthy weight can be quite a challenge. So if anyone's interested in looking at diet, I would always say that there's a lot of the media about various different diets that are available, but I would always go with the one that you think best suits you. You're far most likely to be successful for the diet that works well for you. And obviously getting more physically active is really, really important. And again, any type of activity, whichever one suits you the best and which you enjoy the most, is likely to be the most successful for you.
Well, let's speak to somebody who lives with type 2 diabetes in Norfolk. Clive Rainbird joins us. Morning, Clive. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Chris, and thank you for inviting me onto your program.
Take us back to the start of this then. Tell me how you first realised that something wasn't right.
I was sent by my doctor to have a glucose blood test. I was in my early 60s. That blood test indicated that I had a condition that we call pre-diabetes. So I had raised blood sugar, but not to such a level that I was diagnosed as being diabetic. No treatment necessary, simply eat well and exercise well. That went swimmingly for about 3 years, and then I started to develop, over a very, very short space of time, I developed some symptoms that alerted me to take another GP appointment. And at that appointment, I had a blood test. 24 hours later, I had a phone call from the GP saying I had diabetes, I needed to get treatment.
So it's once you get to that point, that it can be diagnosed quite quickly. How does the treatment work then, Clive? For example, on a day-to-day basis now, what's your treatment regime?
For me, I take injections of insulin, but that won't necessarily be the case for everybody diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. There's a range of treatments. Potentially, first off, they will treat with a variety of tablets, and the guidance will be to have a very a good diet, high fruit and veg, and to have a good level of exercise. And Dr. Hamlin mentioned that on your show earlier. For me, I'm taking the tablets, but I wasn't able to control my blood sugars well enough for that to really be a long-term solution. So I'm on insulin injections now.
And does that affect your all-round quality of life? Is it something that is occupying your mind a lot?
No, it doesn't. It becomes very much part of a daily routine, and the older I get, the more it simply just becomes part of my daily routine. That's not to say it's not a fag, because at times it certainly can be, but the key in any diagnosis is to own the problem. And if you follow the guidance given by your healthcare team, you can live a very full and active and long life with type 2 diabetes. But you've got to stick with it.
That's good to hear, because as we've heard, there are lots and lots of people who are at risk. I know it's a bit late for this question now, Clive, but is there anything you feel you could have done differently to perhaps cut down your chances of getting it, or do you think at some point it just would have happened?
I don't fulfill the typical criteria for a type 2 diabetic. I err on the side of thinness. I don't have a family history of diabetes, and the diagnosis came as something of a surprise to me for those very reasons. So in my case, I don't think I could have done anything more. I had a good diet. I've always been an active fellow. So I don't think there's a lot I could have done. It just came my way, and you know.
Well, yeah, I think the fact that so many million people are at risk of it just goes to show that perhaps sometimes it is limited as to what you can do. Clive, lovely to talk to you. Thanks very much for joining us and telling us your story. Clive Rainbird there, who lives in Norfolk, has type 2 diabetes, talking about his diagnosis, and as he said, not necessarily somebody who you would look at and think was at risk. I liked his comment there about he errs on the side of thinness. I think that's a good way of looking at things. Clive, thanks for joining us. This is type 2 diabetes prevention week, so it is worth just making yourself aware of the symptoms. We heard from Dr. Claire Hambling about this earlier on. Maybe you've got your own stories about this that you can share with us, or you'd want to share with us, and we'd be happy to share about your own diagnosis, your own risk levels, and what you do differently, and what you'd like the rest of Norfolk to know about cutting down the risk. Do let us know. You've already getting in touch with us this morning about all manner of things as usual. Tim, what caught your eye?
I'll do a bit on our top story this morning, the A11. Richard in Wyndham says they do work on the A11 most nights. Got to stick to a roundabout on Monday night and it was all shut.
Well, they did say, National Highways, that they do work round the clock. Traffic light peppers that you buy, don't you, sometimes?
Yeah.
They go green, then you've got a yellow one, then a red one. You don't like, by the way?
Green one.
Yeah, the green one.
Sounds better.
Sometimes you get those packs and there's 2 green ones in there, so you're like, oh, I don't know that they taste that different, which makes me wonder whether they are from the same plant. At different
Taste
stages of
different in
ripeness.
their stages of ripeness. It starts off green and it's quite bitter because it's still fairly rawish, and then it goes to sort of a yellow, because sometimes in a yellow bell pepper you'll have flecks of green
Which I
indicating
agree with.
sweets.
But you never get flecks of yellow on the red.
No, I'm sure that I have seen that before, but it's not as often, but it's perhaps not as obvious.
They all start off green.
Yeah, they start off green, then they go to yellow, then they go to red, and that's when red is the sweetest and the nicest to have raw.
So this is the question then, Tim, which why honestly, this is like when your kids come to you and say, Dad, I'm like, so when you buy a pack of 3 peppers, one's green, one's yellow and red, let's say.
Yellow/orange.
Are they at the same? Are they from the same plant in different stages of ripeness, or are they different varieties? Right. That's what I don't know.
Okay. Let's see what
Norfolk will know. Norfolk will definitely know. Or at least have a theory. 0800 389 7321. It's a bit like the old. I know we were talking about Smarties, weren't we? But anyway, because we were discussing whether the old thing about whether orange ones actually taste of orange or not. And the blue ones, they're slightly different.
Isn't there school that they all taste the same?
I think they do all taste the same, and a part of it is.
Well, the green ones with the white chocolate in the middle, didn't you?
They
Remember those ones?
Yeah, but the ones.
We've got cool faces on.
We've gone down this. It's not about Smarties. It's about peppers. We cover all the big topics here, don't we? Peppers. Can anyone tell us? Because to be honest, I'm not 100% sure if this came up. So your argument is they are from the same plant. They're just picked at different times.
Yeah.
Whereas Phil thinks no, they are from different plants. We'll see. Someone will be right, someone will be, or maybe they'll both be right in a way. That's what we hope.
Wrexham Road is partially blocked going north near McDonald's in Era because of an accident involving one vehicle. In Hales, an accident has been reported on Beccles Road heading north, which means it's slow at Yarmouth Road. In Easton, an obstruction has been reported on the A47 going west at Durham Road. And in Wyndham, it's slow on the A11 at Wyndham bypass going north to the roadworks at the Tuckles interchange. Over on the trains, everything's running to time, but if you do see or hear of anything you can update us, give us a call on 0800 389 7321.
As you can tell, there's a reason that none of us have been asked to stand in and host the garden party on Saturday lunchtime. So BBC Radio Norfolk. It's now 8:32. Let's bring you up to date with the latest news headlines. It's Tim Adcox.
Thanks, Chris. Businesses in Wyndham say a fall in trade's been prolonged after work to resurface the nearby A11 taking longer than planned. It began last May. It's due to be finished by now. It's running over until mid-September. National Highways say completion of complex road projects can be difficult to predict. They've blamed a wet spring. UK inflation has fallen sharply to 8.7% in April from 10.1% in March. first time to reach single figures since last August. The fall doesn't mean that prices are coming down, meaning that they're rising less quickly. Police investigating the disappearance of Madeleine McCann will spend the second day searching a reservoir in Portugal. The area is around 30 miles from Praia da Luz, where the 3-year-old went missing in 2007. And a book has been returned to a library almost 100 years late. A copy of A History of the United States was due back to a Californian library on the 21st of February 1927, but a mystery man was handing it back to the library a few days ago. Had the fine stood, the man would have had to have paid over £1,400. Norfolk's weather, another dry day. It's a sunny and cloudy spells, getting to 19 Celsius. BBC Radio Look News. There's more at 9.
Do you know the answer to the pepper question we're asking, Tim?
I don't think they are from the same plants. On the basis that, wouldn't the plants be maturing at the same-ish kind of speeds?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. So
Yeah. They'd all be green or kind of transferring to.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I can see you thinking. So we're looking for when you buy a pack of 3 peppers and they're different colours, whether they are whether the same variety or whether it's potentially off the same plant at different stages of ripeness. It's a question, but
Yes, I think so. I think the same.
yeah, let's see what Norfolk thinks. Come up with a day where you don't know the answer to. It's a worry, really, isn't it? Here is Phil on sport.
Yes, what do we know anyway? Well, we'll try and bring you some sports news. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola says he'd like the Premier League charges hanging over the club to be dealt with as soon as possible, following a 4-year investigation. The champions were accused in February by the league of over more than 100 breaches of its financial rules. City have denied wrongdoing and say their innocence is supported by a body of evidence. Here is Pep.
24 hours sit down, talk, both sides, lawyers. Because I don't make one new trees. Why are we doing it quickly? Come on, as soon as possible for the benefit for everyone. But I know there are many cases around the world, many injustices and frauds, and maybe they are so busy, but hopefully we will do it as soon as possible.
Well, hopefully they get back to matters on the pitch tonight. Manchester City away to Brighton this evening in the Premier League. That one kicks off at 8 o'clock. The Spanish Football Federation has fined Valencia £39,000 for the racial abuse of Real Madrid's Vinny Jr. on Sunday. In addition, Vinicius will not be suspended for his red card in that match. Former Kings Town captain Michael Doonan says his new side are building for an immediate return to the National League. After 8 years at Kings Lynn, the 29-year-old joined Scunthorpe United this week. They've just been relegated for the second time in as many seasons. Doonan joins another former Linnet, Tyler Denton, at the Irons, and is hoping they can start moving back up.
Out on the pitch and hopefully a promotion at the end of the year.
Forward Ryan Vickers says this weekend proves that he can mix it with the front runners in the British Superbike Championship. He had his first podium finish in 4 seasons this weekend at Donington with a second place in race 2. He also finished 4th in the last race of the day. Vickers says he's never doubted his ability, but the results are starting to look much better.
We're there or thereabouts now every time, so I think now progressing on through the season, we just need to use our head. We're just gonna chip away and hopefully we can just build on this now, you know. I've got a belief in myself, I've never dropped that, and the team has too, so we're going to continue working in this way.
In cycling, Geraint Thomas reclaimed the overall race lead at the Giro d'Italia yesterday. The Welshman finished runner-up in a sprint to the line on stage 16 with João Almeida, but now leads by 18 seconds overall. And a bit of tennis, Harriet Dart, Leah Brody and Katie Boulter all came through 3-set matches to reach the second round of qualifying for the French Open. Katie Swan, Heather Watson and Lily Miyazaki were all knocked out.
Do you remember a request for your book back then?
No, not yet, but haven't heard from him yet.
Maybe he's got away with it.
Probably borrowed his phone and lost it.
Yes, exactly. Don't let me feel I think it's one of the basic lessons that we're already hearing. And we'll see whether he's right about peppers as well. When you buy a pack of 3 peppers of different colours, let's say green and you get green, orange and red, don't you? Or green, yellow and red. Are they at different stages of ripeness, or are they from different things, different fruits or vegetables, whichever they are? I'd like to know. Because it's not a question I can answer with any certainty, but I know you will be able to. Get in touch with us.
BBC Radio Norfolk.
You've done it all. You broke every code. All the left to the stars. You
don't have the confidence to answer when it came up earlier on. So can you help me? 0800 3897 321. You can text 81333, start your message with the word Norfolk, or you can WhatsApp us on 08000 321 333. Start your message with the word Norfolk. Now, you know that Richie is doing something incredible for Norfolk Day when he's running the length of the Werribee as well, but well, we do enjoy the incredible running challenges that Norfolk people have undertaken. Here's another one.
The sound of Norfolk.
This is the woman from Norfolk who might have got herself into the record books after nearly 3 weeks running the length of Great Britain. Let's be honest about this, it doesn't matter whether it's officially going to be in the record books or not, because whatever, it is an extraordinary achievement. Mandy Foyster is from Horsham St Faiths and has completed a solo, unsupported run from Land's End to John O'Groats. It took her 20 days, finishing at the northernmost tip of Scotland last weekend. So, to put this into context for you, 874 miles she's run, which is roughly 43 miles of running a day. This is incredible, isn't it? Let's talk to her. She's on the line now. Mandy, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
You sound, can I say, remarkably bright and breezy for someone who's just run 874 miles.
I've had a few good night's sleep since I finished, so that's helped.
I bet you have. What are the knock-on effects? What are the after effects of having done all that running? You must still feel it to some extent.
Yes, I am still ever so tired. To be truthful, it's going to take me a couple of weeks to get my bounce back, I think. And just a bit sort of, just tired and worn out, really.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I mean, we recently had the London Marathon. For some people that's enough, a marathon, but you decided you needed to go, well, not just a bit further than that, even further, the length of Britain. What made you want to take this on?
Well, it wasn't a quick decision. I've been a runner for over 40 years, and it was something I actually decided 12 years ago when I started doing sort of crazy solo adventures, and I had this idea that one day I'd like to run from Land's End to John O'Groats, but it's taken me a long time to build up the sort of experience and different skills that you